The statement of question number 21 is given as some amount of heat given to gas under isothermal condition will result in. We can answer this question by using the first law of thermodynamics, which can be written as delta Q is equal to delta U plus delta W. Here delta Q is the heat given to the system, delta U is the change in internal energy of the system, and delta W is the work done. As it is clearly mentioned in the statement that the conditions are isothermal, it means that the change in temperature is equal to 0. That is, the temperature is constant. And as change in internal energy is dependent on the delta T, so delta U will also be equal to 0. And hence this equation is written as delta Q is equal to delta W. That is, the heat given to the gas is equal to the work done. Now, as given in the statement that heat is given to the gas, that is, heat is positive, so work done is positive. In positive, work done in thermodynamics means that the gas does external work, and if work done is negative, it means that the surrounding works on system. So the answer to question number 21 is external work done. That is, the heat given to the gas under isothermal condition will result in external work done. In question number 22, Z component of R cross P is asked. This is a very basic question, and we can solve it by using the definition of cross product as I J K, and let R is equal to Xi plus Yj plus Zk, and P is equal to Pxi plus Pyj plus Pzk. So second row of this determinant becomes X, Y, Z, and Px, Py, Pz. For Z component, we can expand this determinant as X, Y, Px, Pz, and so its Z component becomes equal to X, Py minus Y, Px. This is the answer to question number 22. In question number 23, heaviest class of elementary particles consist of the, and the options are photons, leptons, mesons, and baryons. These are the four options, and this is a very tricky question, and the misleading option here is the baryon. If we ignore the word elementary in this statement, then the heaviest particle in the whole class is baryons. As we are asked the heaviest class of elementary particles. Elementary particles are those particles which do not have any further structure. That is, they cannot be divided into further constituent particles. The elementary particles in this case are the photons and leptons. Photons are the carriers of electromagnetic waves, and they are massless, they have zero mass, and leptons are the heaviest elementary particles. Leptons are simply electrons, muons, tau, and their corresponding neutrinos. Baryons are composed of 3 quarks or antiquarks, and mesons are composed of 1 quark and 1 antiquark. So they are not the elementary particles. The only elementary particles are photons and leptons, as photon is massless, so the heaviest class of elementary particle consists of the leptons. So answer to question number 23 is leptons. In question number 24, the statement is given as the quantum number which is not involved in describing the orbit of the atomic electron is, and the options are N, L, M, and S. N is the principal quantum number, and we are well known that the size of the orbit or the radius of the orbit is determined by the principal quantum number. So it is not the right option. Next is the L, which is this quantum number. It describes the shape of the orbit, and the value of L can be from 0 to n-1. From this range we can see that the value of L is dependent on n, so it is again related to the orbit. So this is again not the correct option. Next is the M quantum number, which describes the orientation of the orbit, and the value of M can be from minus L to plus L with the increment of plus 1. As L is dependent on n, so M is indirectly dependent on n, and hence it also related to the orbit of the atomic electron. The only options left is the S spin quantum number. Spin is the intrinsic property of electron which does not depend on the orbit of the atomic electron. So the answer to question number 24 is the spin quantum number S. In question number 25, we are asked that the ionization energy of an atom relative to its binding energy of nucleus is. Ionization energy of an atom is way less than the binding energy of the nucleus, and the reason for this is given as that the protons and neutrons in nucleus are bound due to the strong nuclear force, and the electrons in the orbits are bound due to the Coulomb force. As strong nuclear force is much greater than the Coulomb's force, so the ionization energy is less than the binding energy. So the answer to question number 25 is ionization energy is less than the binding energy.